Well, this comedian is certainly a chameleon. Hey everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome to Watch Mojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Kate McKinnon impressions on Saturday Night Live.
Call Giuliani and Associates. We want to make you our client and accomplice.
That means we're looking at some of this actress and comedian's best impressions on SNL. All right, let's get to it. Number 10, Jodie Foster.
I'm 50. I can stretch and kick and stretch, and I'm 50.
It is an understatement to say that McKinnon nails her impression of this award-winning actress, director, and producer. Best known for her appearances in films like 1988's The Accused and 1991's The Silence of the Lambs, Foster is easily recognizable by her unique voice and mannerisms.
Dr. Lecter, my name is Clarice Starling. May I speak with you?
It's no surprise, then, that Foster gives McKinnon a lot of material to work with for her spot-on impression.
Okay, Pierce, look, here's the deal, sir. I am not Honey Boo Boo.
Whether she's appearing on Piers Morgan Tonight or as one of the sexiest Bond girls ever, McKinnon's hilarious version of Foster is a delight to behold.
Mr. Bond, sir, I want to thank you very much for that speedboat ride, sir. I felt so young and girlish with the wind blowing through my hair.
Number 9, Elizabeth Warren.
When a government works great for those at the top and for no one else, that is corruption, pure and simple, and we have to call it out.
This American politician from the Democratic Party is the senior United States Senator from Massachusetts. She's best known for her fierce stance on corruption, her plan to eliminate student loan debt, and completing her fundraising without any corporate contributions. These also happen to be the things that McKinnon picks on in her bespectacled performance, most commonly on SNL's Weekend Update segment with Colin Jost.
I will never stop rooting out corruption, which brings me to my first point. Anchor Jones, we'll begin with a simple yes or no question. It says here that you and Michael Che are credited as full cast members on this show. Is that correct?
Now that Warren is running for president in 2020, we can only imagine that McKinnon has her work cut out for her, and we can hardly wait.
I want to say thank you to all of my donors, like Beth in Orlando, who sent me this hastily needle-pointed pillow that says, "Nevertheless, she persists."
Number 8, Kellyanne Conway. A presidential campaign manager turned counselor to the president, Conway seems like a pretty legit success story on paper. However, since her appointment, she's been charged with ethics violations and is infamously known for her use of the phrase alternative facts, as well as her reference to a Bowling Green massacre that didn't happen.
But it's brand new information to people that President Obama had a 6-month ban on the Iraqi refugee program after 2 Iraqis came here to this country, were radicalized, and they were the masterminds behind the Bowling Green massacre. Most people don't know that because it didn't get covered.
She therefore gave SNL a lot of fodder, and McKinnon does not pull any punches in her delivery.
President Trump said his first foreign trip may be to meet with Vladimir Putin. Isn't that troubling?
Actually, no, it's not. And the thing to remember about Russia is that we won, and I don't know why you keep bringing up the election.
I'm not.
Although she's made a lot of appearances as the White House advisor, our favorites are her seduction of journalist Jake Tapper, her Broadway-style number on her reasons for joining with Trump, and her parody of Pennywise the Killer Clown.
Hey, Cookie. It's me, Kellyanne Conway. But you can call me Kellywise. Kellywise, the dancing clown.
Number 7, Kristen Stewart.
Hey, you're from Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Aren't people from Arizona supposed to be, like, really tan?
Yeah. Maybe that's why they kicked me out.
Once the highest paid actress in the world, this star of the Twilight Saga has blossomed from something of a caricature into a respected actress. Don't get us wrong, we love her for her more mature roles, like for her work in 2014's French film Clouds of Sils Maria. However, we still like to think of her as the withdrawn, lip-biting, nervous girl she introduced us to in 2008's Twilight. And this is the version McKinnon channels for her incredible impression.
Dude, I don't know, I'm just like, I'm so excited, I'm so honored to be here, I don't know, whatever.
Although she's also appeared on SNL as a host, we're glad that the SNL writers did not hold back from teasing her.
I'm sure maybe some of you are like surprised that I'm hosting because you think I'm like a little too cool for school or something.
Hell yeah, Kristen. I'm too cool for school too. I don't even care about this show.
Number 6. Jeff Sessions.
Well, they would already be arrested if they had enough proof to arrest them. So the problem is you've got indications on this list of people who might be involved in terrorism, and we need to keep a list of that.
You know him as the United States Senator from Alabama, who resigned to serve as the 84th United States Attorney General. We still prefer to think of him as a Forrest Gump-type character, sitting on a bench in a park, eating chocolates and talking to passersby.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
After President Trump and Sessions got into a disagreement that ended with the Attorney General's resignation, SNL orchestrated an imaginative portrayal of his move out.
I always say life is like a box of chocolates. Sure are a whole lot of brown ones in there.
Then, when Sessions decided to run for Senate again in 2019, it wasn't surprising that McKinnon skewered the politician on an appearance on Weekend Update.
Don't forget, I was the very first person to endorse Mr. Trump. I'm a pioneer, like Neil Armstrong. Only instead of flying to the moon, I dug straight down to hell.
Number 5. Rudy Giuliani.
Sure. It is untrue. It is false. It isn't the first time the Wall Street Journal has printed false information. I can't keep up with the amount of false information printed about me.
Although this American politician has previously been the mayor of New York and the United States Associate Attorney General, he's most known in the 21st century for acting as an attorney to President Trump. Despite his constant appearance in the news, especially for allegations of helping Trump to abuse his power, we prefer his appearances on SNL.
Hey.
How you doing?
So, Rudy, did you go on Fox News last night?
Like 20 times, yeah. Don't worry, I told them that you were openly colluding with Russia, but then I ended with, so what?
What we mean, of course, is the shriveled-looking, raspy-sounding interpretation that only McKinnon could pull off. Whether she's filming a commercial for her shady services or playing off Alec Baldwin's pouting Donald Trump, McKinnon as Giuliani is always a good time.
Hi, I'm Pizza Rat Senior Rudy Giuliani, the only lawyer who's on your side and off his meds.
Number 4. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. There is no denying that this strong-willed lady is a fighter.
Some terrible things have happened in the United States, but one can only hope that we learn from those bad things.
She's become famous for her perseverance, her dissenting views, and for refusing to step down as an Associate Justice of the United States Supreme Court. Although Felicity Jones did a great serious portrayal of the legal crusader in 2018's On the Basis of Sex, we can't think of a better comedic one than Kate McKinnon's representation on Saturday Night Live.
Here to comment is liberal Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
We don't know what we would do without RBG's regular appearances on Weekend Update with Colin Jost.
Give him a thing. Excuse me, I'm taking my vitamin.
Yeah. Oh my God,
Okay, yes, her appearance in the Lego Movie 2 was pretty amazing too. Number 3. Justin Bieber. Discovered at the age of 13 and since listed by Forbes magazine as one of the top 10 most powerful celebrities in the world, love him or hate him, he is a big deal. Whether you think of the superstar as 2010's cute Bieber, 2014's bad boy Bieber, or 2018's what the heck Bieber, we would take McKinnon's version over those ones any day of the week.
I'm not supposed to drink, but I do.
Saturday Night Live's Calvin Klein ad alone is a classic. Although Jingle Ballers and any of the Celebrity Family Feuds are always a treat to watch too.
What's up, Steve? I don't know if you heard, but I'm not bad no more. But I can still do this.
Number 2. Hillary Clinton. Originally coming to the spotlight as the First Lady of the United States, Clinton has since made a name for herself as a senator and later as the Secretary of State. Of course, she is best known for her second run for president in 2016, which, luckily for us, was at the same time that McKinnon was available to spoof her on SNL.
Citizens, you will elect me. I will be your leader.
Although her cold opens are some of McKinnon's best work as the American politician and diplomat, we can't forget her presidential debates with Alec Baldwin as Donald Trump.
Bingo! I got bingo. I've been playing all year and I got it.
We also give a nod to Clinton as a Christmas caroler in a particularly hilarious sketch.
So at first I was like, oh, RBG will be number 1.
But then I saw the top 3 and I was like, wow, she really just has that many great impressions. Well, which one's missing so far? Because it is probably at number 1. So let's marvel at some honorable mentions, and then we'll find out what our top Kate McKinnon impression on SNL is.
You might now be the most protested member of Trump's cabinet. Why do you think that is?
You know, I think it's because I do not do a good job. And I can't because I don't know how.
I want a guy who's kind, considerate, thoughtful,
Rough, like a rustic burlap wedding invitation.
handsome, smart.
Someone with calloused hands and no debt. Yes! This is Hollywood game night. Hello to all of you flying Delta. I'm Jane Lynch, America's number 2 lesbian.
And here comes your co-star. This is Miss Penelope Cruz.
Hello. Thank you for having me. I'm Penelope Cruz. I'm ready to film the commercial, okay? Okay, and action.
No, hold on, Penelope.
Well, obviously I can't discuss particulars of an ongoing investigation, but yeah, we good.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Ellen DeGeneres.
What do you think? Should I smile or not smile?
You first loved her on Ellen from 1994 to 1998, but she has since become a superstar as the host of The Ellen DeGeneres Show. She's written several books, hosted multiple award shows, won 30 Emmys, and won more People's Choice Awards than any other celebrity. Despite all of her accomplishments, we are so grateful that McKinnon does not go easy on the Louisianan comedian.
Ellen DeGeneres for Dr. Sattler.
All right, wow. That's a gigantic pile of dino poop. I've had stools on stage before, but this is ridiculous. I'm just kidding.
While you can catch McKinnon's impression in many of the sketches, we love watching her in all her glory while imitating DeGeneres as she hosts her talk show.
All right. God, I hate dancing. Wish I hadn't danced in my first episode. Wish I just sat the heck down and had a smoothie.
Don't worry, I'm not even gonna bother trying to do my impression of her impression of something because she is like way too talented for me to even attempt that. So, what do you think Kate McKinnon's best impression on SNL is? Be sure to let us know in the comments or come tell me on Twitter or Instagram at Rebecca Brayton. Also, be sure to like and subscribe and please watch this other video.